Welcome to the bold analysis, ladies and gentlemen. An anti-corruption court in Nairobi has ordered for the arrest of former Meru Governor Peter Munya after he failed to appear in court to testify in the Aror and Kimwarer Dam corruption scandal. Peter Munya, who was agriculture CS in Uhuru Kenyatta's last cabinet towards the end of his tenure, was actually, according to police, been hiding. Magistrate Eunice Newto ordered the DCI to arrest and present the former agriculture CS in court. Initially, the court had given Munya 90 minutes to appear in court to testify, but he did not present himself. Police officers attached to Nairobi area have launched a manhunt for Munya after he failed to turn up for the court hearing. Now, Munya is allegedly under investigation and had been ordered to appear in court at 11:15 a.m. to testify in the 63 billion Aror and Kimwarer Dams corruption case against former Treasury CS Henry Rotich. Let's be a bit realistic. How do you give someone 90 minutes to appear in court? 90 minutes is 1 hour 30 minutes. Let's think that that person was somewhere in the far county of Busia or somewhere in Garissa and could not catch a flight. How would you give 90 minutes? Then after 90 minutes lapse, then you say that person is hiding. You know, can you give an order within 90 minutes? Because some of these things looks like drama, you know. To be honest, it looks like drama. How do you give someone 90 minutes? Even the good magistrates, we're not lawyers, the good lawyers should tell us. Are you sure that person is within Nairobi? How about if you give him and that person is in Mombasa or someone in Kilifi and cannot catch a flight, because also it's not very easy to get a flight some otherwise. The investigation officer Douglas Chege disclosed that the DCA bosses were unable to effect the previous warrant of arrest since Munya was nowhere to be found. His lawyer defended the former cabinet secretary, noting that he was not in hiding as had been portrayed by the state. In response, Magistrate Newto declined to entertain Munya's application and ordered the police to execute the warrant of arrest as required. This Aror and Kimwarer Dam was supposed to be completed in 2017, but the construction did not kick off after tendering process was marked by corrupt activities. The former DPP, Nordin Haji, claimed that Kenyan government had not followed proper procurement procedures when awarding the contracts, hence creating avenues for corruption. I tend to look at this matter I want to look at it with a political lens for a minute. Of course, Kenya Kwanza is in order, and the President William Ruto is in order to fight corruption, as I says. He mentioned in Western that he will fight corruption with the sword, which is in order, of course. This scandal started way back during Ruto reign. And the High Court ordered for prosecution of top government officials, including former Treasury CS Henry Rotich, of the scandal. Now, Peter Munya is supposed to testify against Henry Rotich and has failed to present maybe himself in court. That's it. I don't know how, because probably by then he was in charge of, I think he was in devolution. After devolution, Peter Munya went to, I think, agriculture, if I'm not wrong. And so, there is some consistent pattern I want us to look at. That's where I will draw my political lens. It is not a coincidence. It's very true, good to fight corruption, but it's not a coincidence that only pro-Azimio leaders are the ones that are being dragged in court. Because again, the true the truth of the society is that when it comes to corruption, it's not just pro-Azimio leaders that are corrupt. Corruption cuts across. It knows no tribe, it knows no community, it knows no party, it knows no profession, it knows no ministry. Everyone in leadership is actually corruption, because corruption thrives in interest. And it's human nature. Everyone seems to have an interest. So, the other day it started with Peter Kenneth. Not even Peter Kenneth, it started with Charity Ngilu. Charity Ngilu was also dragged in court on some land case. I think it was some corruption case. Some queries when she served as a governor. Then after her, it went to Peter Kenneth. Peter Kenneth, it was about some bank sale, tax evasion case. Then after Peter Kenneth, it went to Oparanya. Oparanya's home was raided, and again he was grilled at the EACC offices for nearly 6 hours last Friday. The very same weekend, there was Rai family. Rai also had a very strong, is believed to be a very close friend to former President Uhuru Kenyatta. And now, Peter Munya. Remember, all this is happening at a time some high-profile cases have been dropped, especially those leaders around William Ruto. I've always maintained here that for William Ruto to be seen as seriously fighting corruption and not playing politics, he must also, and not him, the investigation, the EACC, the agency must not be selective, or must not be seen to be selective. The same measure, the same sword you're using to hit those who are not politically leaning towards you should also be used to those around William Ruto. Even those the closest to William Ruto are also in corruption scandals. It's actually public. In Nandi, Senator Cherargei has been raising audit queries on the Nandi governor, Stephen Sang, and so on and so forth. This is something that does not only apply on the Azimio side. And so when it seems to be seen on that side, that's where it lacks the merit. And I want to look at it this way. Ruto, could this be part of a tool being used on hunting down Azimio leaders so that they can lean on government side? Because it's true, Ruto has gotten to the campaign mode. You know, the Western tour was less of the projects but more of politics of 2027. Actually, it took time to tell people about 2027. It was more about 2027. Could this be part of a strategy, the deeper strategy that the state is using to make sure that leaders lean on government side? And secondly, there is something I keep on saying in this Bold podcast, and viewers of the Bold, remember when I said, if Martha Koome will continue, rather will entertain Kenya Kwanza political shenanigans, then she will go down in the memory lane as the worst Chief Justice. Martha Koome must ensure that the justice system is not infiltrated and flawed to play political gimmicks, political schemes. The political schemes should not be sneaked through the justice system. It's very true, of course it's very true that some of these people are being dragged in court. Maybe it's true that not just wherever there is a smoke, there is no fire. There should be a fire somewhere. But when people can always procure orders and rush to court and get arrested and get some very, some very unusual warrant of arrests and play gimmicks and run, this is not going to be it. I want to ask for a minute. The police are saying that Peter Munya is hiding. How do you prove someone is hiding? Have you gone to his place and failed to get him? Have you tried to track down where he is? Because the state has the intelligence. If they want to arrest anyone, anytime, anywhere, they will do it. They have the intelligence. Especially someone like Peter Munya is a person of public interest. He's available, his whereabouts is always in public. And so, this should not be allowed. Why would they rush to say manhunt? Because when you say someone is hiding, you already vilify that person in public. And the public seem to see that that person is guilty, even before he's charged. Oh, nani is hiding? Oh, ni kama yeye amefanya miba hiki. Mtu akisema unajificha, watu wana, people think as if you are hiding because you are guilty. And so the point of hiding is one that is very suspicious. Number two, could it be a strategy to sanitize those named in Aurora and Kemorel Dam? Because I think Peter Munya is the least. His name is never appeared on this. But when you drag Peter Munya in it, when the public consumes this information, and of course he's supposed to testify in Aurora and Kemorel Dam, and then the said person is not available, what does that show you? Does it show that, you know, those who are being named are clean, and so it's Peter Munya on the fault? Could it be a plan to sanitize? But I also see a very well-laid strategy to divert the attention after the Rai backlash. This is the truth. The moment Ruto said live on camera that the barons, the Munya's sugar barons, the Munya's company sugar barons, had three options: either to leave the country, head to jail, or go to heaven. It was a backlash. And it's very true that even those who support President So dictatorship, that's not the order of the day. That's not how things, even if you want to crush cartels, yes, they say people you call cartels, but you cannot insinuate that you will kill someone if someone doesn't do something. The three options. It's something that has been trending, and if you look at social media status za watu, it's full with mambo ni matatu. Mambo ni matatu slogan. So I think it could also be part of the plan to divert the attention. It's a matter of wait and see whether Peter Munya is going to avail himself in court. Thank you.